Welcome to the gaming Galleon. Last time I checked, I was capping Raz. I feel like that was a long time ago, and I feel like there was a lot less pain involved. We're out at Walnut Community College, Walnut Log Community College. We pulled in a little earlier than we usually do for this voyage. Well, they invited us for a party, and I forgot what partying with college students was like. Man, do I miss it. I'm Captain Raz. I run the old Galleon here, and every week we go to a different location, somewhere in the known or unknown galaxy, to find adventure, booty, and apparently lose brain cells. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm usually much more professional than this. Maybe I should take the opportunity to advise you that if your children are around today, perhaps you should dial up one of our more wholesome destinations, because Walnut Log Community College is not exactly the kind of place for children. It is for young, active, stimulated adults. And that's the kind of life we'll be living the next 68 minutes when we play Leisure Suit Larry, Magna Cum Laude. Now, this came out on the PS2 as well as the original Xbox, but if you ask me, probably PC as well, but if you ask me, there's no place you should play this game aside from on the old Xbox, because, you know, when this game came out, it was all about appealing to the 20-somethings, to the college kids. If you have any questions as to whether or not that's true, just take a look at some of the old Dead or Alive 3 commercials they put out for the original Xbox. What else came to mind? BMX XXX came out during this time. And I think the king of these... Oh, the Guy Game. The Guy Game, which was a game show, kind of a mix between a question and answer thing and Girls Gone Wild, but that's actually a pretty rare game, because apparently one of the girls who bears all, if you get a question right in the Guy Game, is actually underage and lied about her age, so that game was summarily pulled from the shelves quite quickly. But anyway, getting back to Leisure Suit Larry, Magna Cum Laude. Talk about a legacy. I remember when I was a kid and, you know, not playing PC, but my dad having a PC. And every so often you'd be in, like, Electronics Boutique or one of those old EB games, one of the same place, Babbage's, that's what I'm thinking of. And you'd see this big box PC game of this guy with a really big head trying to, like, you know, undo... Oh my god, this is really backing up on me. You know, the strap of some hapless woman. And so this is an old legacy. And I don't think that a Leisure Suit Larry game came out anytime soon or after this one. I think they might have made one for the PS3 where he's some sort of filmmaker. But none of those really appealed to me, these Leisure Suit Larry games, until I saw this one. And why is that? Well, because it takes place at college, baby. It takes place at college. And I don't know about you, but college was arguably the best time of my life. Best 7 years I ever had. College. I don't know why I left. I remember how I got in, though. Let me tell you that story. I was around 23. I was working at a really high-stress job, supervising people loading packages into a truck. If the truck filled up, the chute that the packages came down in filled up too much, if they weren't packing fast enough, there was this like ear-shattering bell that would go off. The bell would be recorded. And at the end of the shift, if your men had too many bells, you'd be in the office with the Type A supervisor literally throwing chairs and reports at the walls and windows in a rage. I mean, my job before college was nothing short of the first scene of Joe versus the Volcano. And if you haven't seen that, geez, just turn this off now and go see that, for God's sakes. That's a real movie. That's entertainment. So anyway, I had, I had an apartment, friends, and, we had some good times on the weekends, but, the job was really high stress, and I knew a buddy of mine named Bob, who blew into town from Southern Illinois University for the weekend. Old friend of mine, but he went out to college, and he came back. I think I went to visit him, and it was incredible. I hit on and failed some girl, went to a house party, saw their student station where they made, whatever TV they wanted, and I was just like completely infatuated with the idea of running away to college. But obviously I was a normal Joe, had no money to speak of. And that's when it occurred to me, Bob really gets wasted a lot. And he's a relatively smart guy, but between him and my other friend, Lisa, these were two of the biggest partiers I knew. They never worked. They never had jobs or money. And yet they're going to a 4-year university. I asked Bob, I'm like, how are you surviving down there? And he's like, well, haven't you ever heard of FAFSA? And I'm like, no. He's like, well, if you turn 23, you can become independent. If you become independent, then you can just go down there, and they'll pay for your living, they'll pay for your education, and they'll pay for it all the way until you graduate. 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 years later, or beyond. And all you got to do is flip the bill back to them month by month after 6 months. And I was like, wow. So you're telling me I could go down there and I could put on a TV show and, maybe I could see that girl again and hang out with my buddies in some far-off land where you don't even need a car to survive? Sign me up. So I explained to my roommate that this was going to happen. She was, obviously, we got along really well, so it was hard to leave. But she threw me a party, and I was hanging out with a friend of mine who was also up there in my hometown, and I said, hey, so what are you going to do? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, you want to go to college? He's like, yeah, I guess. So all of a sudden I had another buddy of mine, Mark the Vulture Man. Side by side, we picked up a U-Haul and we packed it up. I quit this Joe versus the Volcano gig and had one check left in my name, which is somewhere around, I don't know, $900 to $1,200. I'm not sure how much it was. I think I made somewhere around that monthly. And I had this one check, and we get in the car, we move everything in, We drive 6 hours down to Carbondale, Illinois. We show up at the admissions office, and I say, hey, how's it going? I'm Neil. I'd like to go to college. And they're like, do you have any paperwork? I'm like, no, I heard you could just figure that out later, right? And this is like a week before school starts, okay? They've never heard of me in their lives. I've got everything I've ever owned in this U-Haul, nowhere to live, no destiny. They're like, well, do you have the $245 for the first deposit on a dorm room? And I said, sure, here you go. Rest is history. Rest is history. I think I totally screwed my I didn't do my paperwork or something. And like this was in January, and like 4 months later, oh, we're way over. 4 months later, they call me in, say, hey, where's the rest of the money? I don't have it. A friend of mine, my old roommate back home, I think she lent me like I think her grandfather died or something. She came into some money, and she lent me, I don't know, maybe like $3,500, somewhere around there, just to pay that off, and kept me back in college. And from there, I got a job, kept it going. 7 years later, I get my degree. The rest is history. What a great ride it was. And that was Andrea, my dear old friend. She really put an investment in this old Sea Dog. I don't know if that return ever came in. If not, I apologize, Andrea. But thanks for putting your faith in me. So anyway, we're over. I could talk about college forever, but let's not do that. Let's go to college as Leisure Suit Larry. There's lots to do, lots to see. And then we'll hit the booty segment, okay? It's Leisure Suit Larry. Magna cum laude. Man, that's fun to say. For the Xbox. Somebody gave me some crap about this. You better get on that harp, Cabin Raz. You better get on that harp of transition. Don't be doing drive-bys. There you go. Let's get started. Okay, we got video. I certainly hope we have audio. I'm a little worried about the audio department today, which sucks because Larry is very animated. And it's not that dark. We're just in standby mode here. This is Larry's little dorm room. We got Girls, Girls, Girls playing on the radio. We got wrestling posters. He's got his PC here. Oh, he's also got a very animated button there.
Leisure Suit Larry 4, The Missing Floppies, is widely considered the greatest video game ever.
So now the great thing about Larry is not only is he a swinging college student, but he's also a gamer. He plays PC, but he's also plays some console. So let's see what he's got here. He's only got one game, but it's clear if you take a look here, he's a retro gamer. All right, here we go. So the object here is there's an indicator in the middle, and you got to get the indicator up to the bell, and you use the hands to juggle the ball back and forth across the indicator. You see? So it's, you know, I think this might have been on the Atari. I mean, if they had Beat 'em and Eat 'em. Okay, great. So, you know. So Larry's got some taste. As you can see, there's all kinds of mini games like this. And on top of that just being good old-fashioned fun, that actually does a little something for us. If you notice, we have two different meters to manage as Larry. On the left by his face is that kind of curved line. That's his confidence. And confidence comes into play if you meet people. And then on the right is this drunk meter, how wasted he is. Now it looks like he could use a little bit of a drain. So we're just going to... I mean, it's college. You know, what's the problem? Alright, now let's go outside. And let's meet some people, shall we? And where are you going to go, swinging 19-year-old? You're going to go on down to the old lounge here, the student lounge, right? Here we go. Now here's Sally Mae. Sally Mae is, you know, small town girl. And, but she has a little, alright, she's mad at me. Are you going to dance with me?
Funny, she doesn't look Jewish.
She doesn't want to dance. Alright, but that's okay. But there's a lot to do. There's a big campus to go out there. But before we go out on campus, I think we should get a little scratch just in case we find something interesting out there. And the way Larry makes a little scratch in it... Anybody got any he must be doing a little house painting. There's all kinds of ways for Larry to make money, but my favorite here is the mixed drink station. Let's make a little cash, shall we?
Okay, here we go. Nicely done.
Alright, look, Tetris it's not, okay? Oh, I blew it. Boom. Very good. Pour me up some. In fact, I'm going to have a drink. Attaboy, Lair. Okay, I'm off the rails. I'm looking at the timer, and it's like, I can't even decipher it anymore. I don't know if I did it wrong or what. What's in the fridge? Oh, I hate when he... I guess I love it, but I hate it.
Note to self, pee in ice cream trays.
I feel like this is still a little bit low. Let me bring it up. Why did it go right there? Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm fiddling with the audio, and it's dumb. It's just being dumb. We'll keep it there. Okay, here we go. I really wanted to dance with Sally Mae, but she doesn't seem to want to do that.
Should have picked up a sixer of the good shit.
Alright, screw you. So let's head out to campus. There's a reality show here in town called Swingles. I don't know that we're going to really get involved in that. But there's all kinds of different stuff you can do here at Walnut Log Community College. Sometimes you just want to take it in.
56, 57, 58, 59.
Let me tell you something. This is not your grandfather's game in Galleon, okay? So you got all kinds of different places. Some that I cannot go into. A lot of places I can't go into right now. We've got the Biff Bar Performing Arts Center. This guy's impressing the chicks.
Hey, Snowflake.
Snowflake. What's this say up here? We are a bundle of sticks united. That's deep, man.
Library. That reminds me. I gotta return go because
Oh, the library.
What?
Oh, okay, now, okay. Larry's kind of got the hots for this chick. We haven't, as you can plainly see, we haven't even cracked the cork on her yet. So let's try it right now. We'll see what happens. I have no idea what's going to happen here. But let's see what happens if we try and throw some game at Harriet.
Hello, what is this? Do my eyes deceive me, as they have with so many cross-dressers? Sexy and talented? Ah, darling, it is love at first sight, no? Hey.
Hey,
So, how's it going?
pretty good.
Oh, man, this is going better than I thought. Got to keep this momentum going. So, you in the band?
Yep. I'm just an alternate right now, but I'm auditioning for first chair this year because Barbara Moses had a nervous breakdown during summer sessions related to her being a slut. But my squad leader said I could play during the pre-game pep rally tomorrow, even though I'm only second alternate because he thinks my marching's better than Oliver Caffrey's, who's gay but won't admit it, even though I don't have all the music memorized yet. Are you going to the game?
Game? What game?
The Walnut Log Community College Arena Football game, silly. What you think I mean?
Arena football.
Football game?
It's not football, it's arena football, stupid. And how can you not know we have a team? Don't you have any school spirit? Don't you have any idea how hard it is to be a member of the WLCC marching band? Veterans have to compete for a spot on the team every year.
Ugh.
Freshmen, we could lose our spot at any time. It's like living in a fucking pressure cooker 24 hours a day. I hope you die.
Whoa.
Oh, wait just a darn minute here. This school can't afford a real football team, but we have an arena football team. Man, this school gets more lowball by the minute. Are we Division 1 or Division 2?
You're funny. I like you.
You do?
Yes, silly. Of course I do. Here.
I like her too.
I have the stiffness in my twanging hand, and we'll go get shipped.
Whoa! Alright, so there's more to that later on. You have to woo these beautiful women. I love her snort. That's, she's delightful. Alright, so let's leave it there. I have a feeling I'm way over. I have no idea. I lost the time. That's college. It's a big loss of time, right? Do my little harp here. Besides, I'm really excited about the booty segment. You guys are going to be excited too. Let me tell you about this. The best thing... Oh. Alright, there we go. Oh. My favorite booty segments. My favorite segments of the segment are when I know it's something fun, I know it's something retro, I know it's something we all want to see, but it's something that this thing is a nightmare. Oh, there we go. It's something I don't know what it is. That's always the coolest. So let's check it out. Let's see what we got here. So this was all found in one spot. I think they're all really good deals. And yeah, same place, thrift store scenario. And it's a real gambit. It's a real well-rounded bunch of stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. A little something for everyone here. Okay? So let's take a look. First, obviously, I walked in there and sitting under glass in like a mess. They're just jamming everything into this counter. They think that everything that they come across that's electronic is gold. So it's all getting smashed in. And I just happened to see this one little bag. And I'm like, can I take a look at that bag, please? She's like, okay. I see a couple things that are in there, but I try my best not to look. And I look at the price. Price seems reasonable. So I kept it close, so now we're going to take a look together. It's a very small bag of Sega Genesis games. And we got this for $464. $464. Now I saw Eco in there. I saw a football game in there. There's maybe around 10 games here. So I figured, you know, a little quick math, that's around 50 cents a game. So maybe we'll find something really sweet. Let's take a look. Alright, I'm going to try my best to just look at them blind here. Alright, first one we have the original Vector Man. That's pretty awesome. Vector Man's a running gunner. How many bars do we need on this? You got the Genesis bar, then you get the Mega Hit bar there. That's pretty cool. Vector Man's a very good game. I'm happy with that. That's not bad. Okay. What's this? Oh, yay. You got Wimbledon tennis. Okay. How exciting. Ah! Lion King. Very common, but a very good game. I actually know somebody who can beat this. A friend of mine, Felicia, can beat this game. Can you believe that? We're going to have to get her on a stream sometime and have her do that. That's almost too good to be true. All right, what do I only have? So I'm feeling there were 6 games. What's that work out to? $4, 6 games. It's almost 75 cents a game. NFL Quarterback Club, 96. Ugh. Ugh, God, no. NFL 95. And then this one should be Eco. That was the only one I knew that. The sequel to Eco. Eco, The Tides of Time. Alright, so that was 6 Sega Genesis games. I've been waiting all week to open these, and this is what I get? I mean, at least Vector Man was in there. 6 Genesis games for $4.65. You do the math. If you didn't have any of these, this would be a good deal, I think. But we have all these. Anyway. All right. In addition, then I started goosenecking around the counter a little more, and I saw that there were some controllers. Now, one controller looked really cool. It was a 6-button with turbos. It was all on its own. It was $2, but the cord was frayed, so I passed on that one. 3 other controllers in here. This one was packaged by itself. Looks like it's just your run-of-the-mill Sega Genesis 3-button. Kind of a later model. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. $2. I'm not seeing any cord fraying. Buttons feel pretty hot, so I thought that was not a hard deal. This I'm more excited about, though, because these are actually 2 6-buttons for $4.64. That's going to work out to about $2, $2.25 each. I meant to have I'm doing this. Yeah. I hope I got my totem chip. Oh my God. This is college. Alright. Let's fill this up. I just want to see what kind of controllers these are. I know they weren't Sega controllers. These are aftermarkets. They're super pads. And really this is more of just a mini review to see if these are worth it, because I was looking at Sega Genesis controllers, 6-button Sega Genesis controllers on Amazon. They're like $16 plus shipping. What happened? Hey, stop playing retro, everybody. Stop it. It's going to be too much. This looks, so here you go. You got your super pad here. 6-button. It looks like it's got normal, turbo, and slow. So does that mean that the turbo would make these rapid fire buttons? Because that would be great. So this would be pretty decent for shooters. Buttons are alright. It's got slow. Slow-mo's always good. And D-pad's not bad. So I would say this is a pretty decent controller. And it's a fraction of what a Sega Genesis 6-buttoner will do. So, trying to go a little more on the cheap for your Sega Genesis. Maybe consider the super pad. These look like they're pretty decent. And these particular ones are in good working shape, I would say. So $4.65 for 2 of them. That was pretty good. Always good to have 6-button controllers for the Sega Genesis. It's really the way to go play fighting games 16-bit, in my opinion. Even over the SNES. Yes, I said that. Alright. One little toy. How can you leave this behind? You remember this guy? Anyone remember E.T.? Come on. Look at that. Even his neck stretches. He's got Elliot's shirt on. But the very best part... Uh-oh. What is he saying there? Say something memorable. Oh, there you go. Elliot. Anybody remember E.T.? I cried my eyes out as a kid. Home! That's excellent. I love it. So E.T., you hang out with Captain Pike over here. That's good stuff. Elliot. Alright. Excuse me. Okay, finally. Board game. Among all the crap, we find Porchlight Classics Dread Pirate. Yes. The Ultimate Family Adventure. This is the bookshelf edition. And why you may ask, is this called the bookshelf edition? Well, this is why. Outside of that box that you can throw away right away is here the totally serviceable Dread Pirate wooden case. Looks very much like a big book. And put that on a shelf with other books. But if you open her up, this is like one of the best. When you're talking pirate games, this game has the best presentation of any pirate game I've ever seen. For one thing, your board game is cloth. Look at that. Let's take a look at some of the pieces here. Let's see if I can pull this out. I don't know who's going to clean this place up, but isn't there usually like a den mother or something? Check out all the pieces here. You've got metal ships, wooden dice. You'll notice that compass die actually plays as the wind. And then inside these guys, inside these 4 bags, you'll find a collection of jewels and doubloons. So yeah, Dread Pirate's pretty cool. I've played it. I actually own a copy. This is going to be a gift. I know exactly who it's going to. Don't tell him. But here's the thing. This is like a real wow gift. Anyone who gets this would be really excited. But to be fair, it's not a very good game. Once you get into the minutia, it's pretty boring. A lot of it really comes down to high-low dice rolls. I don't know. Maybe if your house ruled it. Because, I mean, geez. Look at this. There's all these locations on the map, but I think you only go to like 5 of them. You know. It's a gorgeous map, though. Island of Bloon and, you know, Port Diablo there. You know when you want to go to these places? There's like a sea monster there. So yeah, pretty cool map. If anything, we can put it up there. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Be better than the game. So anyway, that was $6, $6.50 or something like that. So $6.50 on that. $9, $9.25 with the controller and the games. Another $2 for the one single controller, so $11. And then how much was E.T.? I think he was like 80 cents or something. Home! He was 161. And he was from 1983. How about that? LGN Toys. Let's get him a beer. He'll hold your beer. Alright. let's get back to Magna Cum Laude. I believe we have somewhere around 15 minutes. If you have a question for the mailbag, please feel free to leave it in the chat. If not, we'll pull it from the bag that tells no tales, and then we will wrap up our little adventure here at Walnut Community College. All right, let's get back to it. It's oh boy, Dread Pirate's in the way. It's Leisure Suit Larry's Magna Cum Laude for the Xbox. All right, back to it. This game sure likes to go into standby. I don't know why there's a black box mode or black book. It's probably just inventory and whatnot. All right, so rewards. Actually, let's head over to the frat house. Over at the Greek Quad here. Okay, so this is the Greek Quad, and as you can see, it's got your typical you know, Greek Quad stuff. You've got your sorority here, the HOZs, and then over here, right behind the fountain there, you've got the Dio house. D-I-O. Yeah, you're right. The Dio house. So let's go check it out, shall we? This place is awesome. What do I like about this place? It's a mess. This is where I wish I lived. Alright, but before we head in, we're going to do my favorite thing. We made a little scratch, and what better way to spend that scratch than to put it on the line and possibly lose it. Let's do a little gambling at the quarters table. And what the heck? We'll bet $7. I think that's the highest I can go. Here we go. Finally, a quarter simulator. First one to get drunk loses. Ugh.
Come on, are we playing quarters here? Okay, who shook the table?
That's Annalisa, by the way. We've got kind of a thing going. Oh, she's not very good. You know, to be honest, I didn't play a lot of quarters in college. My game was Circle of Death. We played card games down at SIU, and Circle of Death was like you'd take the whole deck of cards, spread them in a circle, and then you'd put like a beer on top of the cards. Watch your mouth, sweetheart. So you'd play, you'd have the entire deck face down, and you'd pull the cards, and depending on what card you pulled, you know, like, I think 8 of Alright, I'm going. Okay, like 6 of diamonds, for example, was like drink 6, you know. Well, there wasn't any brain surgery, but there were some cool cards. I'll try and remember what those were. Alright, here we go, Larry. Ugh. Oh, I hit the money. I rarely do that. Because this is actually really hard to play. This game has a lot of personality, but as you can see, the gameplay is very lacking. Ugh. Oh no. Okay, that's alright. I'm still beating her. Get in there. There we go. Give me my beer, E.T. Hey, remember that scene when E.T. gets wasted? You know, now that I think about it, wasn't he wearing this shirt that he's wearing right now? I'm getting a little drunk myself. I think that was the shirt he wore when he got wasted. That's funny. I gotta see that movie again. Okay, this is. I think that's it. I think I beat her. Yeah, I did. Sorry, sweetheart. Give me the money. Okay, we've got a little more time here. Now I'm wasted. The question is, where do you want to pee? Let's go pee in the middle of the sorority house. I've never been in here, but there's got to be some. Maybe they have a nice lavatory. Here, we'll just pee on the carpet on the rug here. Oh, that's the stuff. That's the stuff dreams are made of. All right, I'm feeling better. Okay, now that I'm a little more together, we're gonna hit the Dio house. Take a look in here. You're gonna love it, and then maybe we'll get involved in one more little activity. Oh my God! Wow, I didn't see that coming. Terrifying. Bismuth, is that you? Alright. So this is the Dio house. Welcome home. I mean, come on. Garbage on the floor. Oh, sure. You got a pool in the bar room. This is so awesome. God, I miss college. Although I don't remember there being a pool in any houses. That's pretty sweet. Got this big, huge TV. Let's see what this thing's running. Oh, looks like the... I can't hear it. Can we get a little audio here? Oh, man. I don't know what this is, but I love it. So sit here with a beer. Hold on a second. E.T., hook it up. Alright, now, I've already been in here, but what I haven't done is go around this corner here. I think that leads to the stairs. Okay? As you can see, a stairway. I haven't been up there. I left that for all of us to experience together. So let's go take a look at what's upstairs in the frat house of the Dio house. Couple band posters here. You alright? Let's not see if he's alive. He's good. He'll be alright. Oh, the ritual room. You got some shoes up on the propellers here. Toilet paper. Oh my God! What a great house. Oh my God. Well, why didn't I pee in here? Oops. Oh God. That is awesome. Slumming on the Galleon.
This guy probably wants his privacy.
This is great. This is worth about $4. Not gonna have to pay much. Roll Leisure Suit Larry. Can we go in the ritual room? No. Okay. Well, obviously this is for pledges. And the best thing about, well, maybe not the best thing, but a great thing about this game that I didn't expect is you can pledge to the Dio house. We've got a few minutes to check it out. I have a feeling we're way over, but whatever. We're going to go for it. Yes, ready to, so I need to give him $10. That's where the drink mixing can. So there's a little bit of an economy system going on here. I thought that was neat.
Hides the mystical, universal secret of time. time to send your mind on a mystical trip into the magical land of dreams and mystical magic. I can show you the way. Super not scared. Take my hand. I know the secret land. I've opened the door. Now your mind's been released. All right, assholes. We're having a party tonight. And guess
Oh, that's us. All right. And this is kind of the problem with this game that I've noticed. You know, substance for days. They're really hurting for gameplay. I mean, what have we played? We played the money's really tempting. You gotta keep it clean.
There we go.
I blew it.
No one will notice.
Shoot, let's go one more time on that. So the confidence meter and your drinking also affect how hard these gameplay sessions are. But yeah, you see there's a lot of repetition here. We played this for 20 minutes maybe, and we're already repeating activities.
Slow. Nicely done. All right, not bad. There we go. Well done.
Oh my god.
No one will notice.
The button was getting caught in the color there. Alright, now I'm done. I'm done. Let's wrap it there. So that's
Why did we come here? This place stinks of rotten goat carcasses. I think this vodka's window cleaner, and these guys are complete idiots altogether. I left my syphilis medicine here. Yeah, I think I saw Frankenstein over there eat the whole bottle. Well, there goes my month. I need another.
alright, ladies. Have a nice night. Okay, so that's it. Let's wrap her up. It's arguably the most disgusting, degrading voyage we've ever had on the Galleon. What happened to our standards? You really gotta ask yourselves that. But I don't know what to tell you. I mean, this was my world for 7 years. That was my world. You know, I played Phantasy Star Online through some of it too. So that was part of my world too. And you know, I had a job. Working all the way through college. I'd be in class most of the day and at work most of the night. But living in those off-campus homes where your roommates change every 6 months, your life changes every 6 months. That's what I liked the most about college was every 4 months you got to reinvent yourself. I really miss those days. I really miss those days. So thank you, Leisure Suit Larry, magna cum laude. You're far from perfect. You're not the best game. Tell you that. If I have to play the trampoline game one more time, which you didn't see, it's basically the drinking game. Same pressing buttons at the same time stuff. I don't know. It's very repetitive in that regard, but you gotta love the world it takes place in. So thank you, Leisure. Not a lot of games have gone down that road, and I wish more of them did, because college is just it's a magical place. If you haven't been there and you're young, for God's sakes, give it a shot. Trust me, you'll love it. You may be paying for it for the rest of your life, but you'll love it. All right. Got any questions here? Doesn't look like it. I think I saw one guy say he doesn't like the show. Yeah, well, eat me. Okay. All right, here we go. It's the mailbag. This comes from Eve of Destruction, the ship's phenom. She, if you wonder who that is, she drew my face on our little doubloon, and she's responsible for the picture you see when the Galleon is not in the air. So she's our ship's artist. She walks around the decks. She's got this little drawing pad that only she looks at until she's done, and then she'll tear it off carefully. Give us, a look at. She basically just watches what happens on the ship and draws it. She's like a journalist without pictures, a photographer without a camera. That's our Eve. Okay, so let's see what Eve has to say here. Eve asks, Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo? That's a tough one. It's actually not a tough one anymore. It's interesting because during the 16-bit wars, I had an SNES. And I had it for one reason. I knew that the Super Nintendo was going to do Street Fighter 2 better than the Sega Genesis. And how did I know that? Not because the sound was better, which it was. Not because the graphics were better, which for the most part it was. But because out of the box, because I was a teenager who had no money, I was going to have to sell my original Nintendo and all the games to get this thing, get the right system for Street Fighter 2. And the Super Nintendo was the one that had 6 buttons. Now they were in terrible places. Who wants to have 2 of your attack buttons for a fighting game be up here? But by golly, at least you got every button you needed in the neighborhood. At least we didn't have to go to the pizzeria and spend, a quarter a game to play. It wasn't perfect, but it was Street Fighter. It didn't need to be. The game itself was so incredible at the time, and still is, but certainly, especially at the time when your resources were very limited, that to even have, a fraction of it in the house was gold. But, you look at playing it on a Sega Genesis, you got 3 buttons. This was before they made the 6-button controllers. The 6-button controllers for the Sega Genesis didn't come out until Street Fighter blew everything up. Before then, nobody minded Genesis only having 3 controllers. So that was really the thing. It was a cost-effective thing for me. Now, eventually, obviously, I started playing some of the better games. Super Metroid, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 3. Oh, my God. Final Fantasy 3. Wow. Amazing game. And I played the system all the way through my teens. And then a long time passed, and I still had those games sitting around. I still have my Chrono Trigger from back in the day. And maybe about 4 years ago, I got really big back into Genesis, or back into retro gaming. And I think for $7, I got a Genesis, and I don't know, 6 or 7 games. I got Super Street Fighter 2 with it, and I had a 6-button controller, and I played it on the Sega Genesis, and I was like, wow, this is like perfect. All the buttons you need is right there on the face. It's totally like playing in the arcade, except you get a D-pad, which many, prefer to a stick. I don't really mind either way. But it's like it's the right arcade experience. And then I started learning about the shooters on the Genesis, and some of the more obscure titles, especially the shooters. And to this day, on average, I'm playing Sega Genesis games way more than Super Nintendo games. Way more. I don't know if that's because I played all the classics back as a teen. That's possible, but you know, the games I'm playing right now are like action games. You know, just straight up sit down and shoot stuff, blow stuff up, and I find that on the Genesis, that's just a little more approachable. That's what they always meant to have happen, is for you to just blow stuff up. There's great stuff in the SNES. I'd still play Turtles in Time over the Hyperstone Heist. I'd still probably play Contra 3 over Contra Hardcores. I'd still probably play Super Castlevania 4 over Bloodlines. But, you know, all the shooters on the Sega Genesis just blow the SNES away. And that's really my genre of choice these days, aside from fighting games. And like I said, the fighting games on Sega Genesis are, in my opinion, because the controller is superior as well. So that's what I'm going to go with. Surprise, surprise. Sega Genesis, in my opinion. Alright, that's it. It was one hell of a voyage. You know, we play our older voyages 24 hours a day, and I'm a little apprehensive to let this one ride. Just because it's got some language, it's got some mature content. But, you know, this is the internet. It's not Romper Room, right? I don't know. We'll see how that goes. In any event, I appreciate you stopping by. You hanging out with us here at Walnut Log Community College. We're going to spray this place down, send it through a clinic, get her cleaned up and ready to go for our next voyage. Who knows where that's going to be. Hope to see you then. Take care. And until then, farewell and adieu to ye Spanish maidens. Farewell and adieu, ye ladies of Spain. For we received orders for to head back to college. And we may never see ye fair ladies again. Magna, come loud. Keep your powder dry, mate.